Previously on Harrow.
I want to see if I can postpone the cremation of some remains. I just got a visit from your friend, Saroya Das. Is Robert dead?
Beg your pardon?
How much did you dislike Robert Quinn?
I didn't dislike him. I hated him.
I know you want a place of our own. My stepmom said it's ours if we want it.
We'll go. Quinn's phone went black on October 3rd. I want to search that bushland and trawl that dam.
6 recruits and a supervisor. 1 day.
You're off the case.
You're kidding me.
You should be thanking me for not suspending you. I authorised 6 recruits. Now I have to pay for 16.
Slip of the pen.
Well, CIB's baby now.
Do you believe that those river bones in that concrete are Robert Quinn?
I do.
Yeah, I think Harrow does too. He stopped the bones from being cremated.
OK, I'll ask her. What do we do about Harrow?
What do you mean?
He means I don't think we can tell Harrow about this.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's a conflict of interest. He was married to Quinn's wife.
I just need Harrow to focus on his work. And if he finds out that those bones could have been Steph's husband, then...
Oh, we get it, we get it. I mean, Harrow still has feelings for Steph, and now become personal. What? Oh, you and Harrow?
It's nobody's business.
It's mine now. You're definitely off this case. I can't afford to have you distracted either. Brian, Maxine.
Nick,
If those river bones require some more work, can you deal with fairly?
yeah. Falsified a request form. Good find, though.
Right?
Yeah, just don't tell your boyfriend.
You've reached Sergeant Das, Sense of Crime. Leave me a message.
What was the X you left me this morning? What did it mean? Was it X-rated? I'd have thought I was at least a double X. Maybe even a triple. Let me know you're okay. Did I miss the coup? That says to Professor Maxine Pavich. Are you stealing both their identities?
This was in my pigeonhole.
I really don't want to think about your pigeonhole.
Do you know who called Maxine this morning?
Captain Rhetorical from the SS Don't Answer.
Professor Lucien Gotti from the Geneva Institute of Science and Medicine.
But Pavich isn't here. How do you know?
Lucien Gotti was impressed by my paper on pathophysiology of shock. Oh, come on, Harrow. Put it together. Gotti likes my paper, he tries to Skype my boss, and then I find this in my hole.
I think that was a mistake.
Oh, no. No. You know what it is? I'm being head-jobbed.
Head hunted, I think you mean.
Whatever. The Geneva Institute of Science and Medicine wants me. Hey.
Personal mail, personal Skypes. You're crossing the line, Lyle.
This coming from you.
It's not your business.
Oh, you're jealous.
Oh, look, it's my 2 favourite people. Well, not favourite people, but...
What is it?
Motor vehicle accident. Middle-aged woman, adult son. Enjoy.
Oh, no. I've got plenty to do.
Yes, but if you do these, I'll have nothing to do, so...
I am not doing these.
Yes, you are.
You two can work together. I want to see if it's possible. Why
There's
can't you
absolutely
do
no way...
I said work together. What is that?
Oh, this was misdelivered.
Mind your own business, Daniel. Get those two to the viewing room. There's a relative who wants to ID them.
Why can't you do it?
I have an international call.
You look very handsome this morning.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nobody seems to want to talk to me today, so I'm trying to generate some good karma.
That horse is so bolted.
Hello, I'm Daniel, and this is Simon. Please come in.
I'm Tiff Swale, and this is Audrey Matheson.
There is no easy way to do this, Audrey. You okay?
Okay. Do you want to go?
Can I stay with her for a bit?
Yes, of course.
It's gonna break a lot of hearts.
Old car, was it? No airbags?
Kerry was driving. She always drove a boy to work. Glenn was... he was learning impaired. Couldn't drive. Local farmer came across the wreck this morning. Will you excuse me? People want to know what's going on.
Hi.
Hi. Do I need proof of life?
Well, if you don't like women leaving before you wake up, you shouldn't live on a boat.
Where are you?
Half an hour out of town on an MBA.
It's a bit straightforward for you, isn't it?
Double fatality.
Female 60s, male 30s?
Ah, you've got them.
Yes, the daughter just ID'd them. Coming in for the autopsies?
Oh, swoon. No, I'm gonna, stay and check this vehicle in.
Okay.
I just need coffee. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Excited, I am thrilled, I am jubilant, no, I'm not a Jew, I'm excited.
Hi, Steph.
Brian, hi.
Got a minute?
Yeah, come in.
Thanks.
Good news, bad news. Good news, tickets. Bad news doesn't leave till after 5.
Stay here and look after the stuff.
Where are you going?
Be back soon.
But why do I have to be in here?
So we can share Simon. I don't like arguing over the deceased.
Why can't I do mine in my room and you do yours in
So
here?
we can share Simon.
There is so much therapy being born in here right now.
I'm going to see Maxine.
She wants us to work together.
What's the point if I'm leaving?
You'd really leave?
God, yes. Wouldn't you? All right, fine. But I get first CAT scan.
No, no. I'll be Switzerland.
Ah. Geneva. Heads. Oh, Anterior visual, impact trauma, visible on right cheek and right mandible, consistent with car.
So she was looking left when she hit the tree.
Broken skin and torn musculature over right clavicle and above
This
right
left
wrist.
arm here, the scratches, and this
Do you
finger
mind?
looks to me to be broken. Do you think he was trying to prise her hand away from the
Do you
wheel?
know frontal lobe blockage can result in involuntary muscle contraction?
Oh, so you're thinking stroke.
I'm not thinking, I'm observing.
You'd really leave?
Why not? I mean, you resigned not so long ago.
That was for Fern.
So why did you change your mind?
And that was for Fern, too.
How does your coming back help Fern?
Maybe it doesn't. I'm a screw-up. That's why I lead such a path of destruction.
Well, you're down to your last ginger snap. Harrow not paying child support.
Fern's 18 now, so he doesn't need to. And yet, he still does. So, why are you here? What have you found?
Did he insure this?
You know, we never seemed to have money for anything else, but he always took care of that car. It was his baby.
In the last 10 months, has there been a claim made against it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Thanks for your time, Steph. We've decided Harrow doesn't need to be distracted by this.
What are you saying?
I'm saying don't tell him.
I'm not starting at the head.
Don't you start at the head?
I never
you
start
were
at
the
the
one
head.
that
I
said
do
that she
the
suffered a
I
stroke.
start in the
so why
thoracic.
don't you
I always
start
have,
looking for a
and I always
cerebral
will.
hemorrhage?
Boss. Says, I found something on the son's CT scan.
That is a bullet.
Is that what killed him?
The entry wound would have been right about here.
And that is old scar tissue.
So that bullet's been in there a long time.
Do you think I'll be needing me lucky pants tonight?
I don't know, play your cards. Right. What disgusting.
Huh? What do you think?
I think you look like an idiot.
Well, if I'm an idiot, and you're marrying an idiot, then logically that makes you the idiot.
Oh, you're really revealing how you think about me on the day of our wedding, aren't you?
Well, it's better to find out before it's too late.
It's too late.
Do you still love him?
I guess a part of me still does, yes. They found his car in a dam. They don't know whether he put it there or someone else. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be telling you
Was
this.
he in it?
Some people think he might be dead. Your dad doesn't. I mean, sure he wishes he was, but I'm sorry, you shouldn't have to worry about any of...
Are you okay?
Hey, yeah, sorry.
What's going on, Fish? Where are you?
Just wait there. I'll be there as soon as I can.
That's what killed him.
Mm-hmm. But? There. An entry point. Just below the ear, traveling forward.
Suicide attempt.
With a handgun, it's unlikely. And with a rifle, it's impossible. He couldn't have shot himself.
Maybe it was an accident. He dropped a gun, discharged.
Maybe, but again, how did he not know?
No. Carrie, Glenn, Audrey, none of them owned a gun. You already checked the licensing register, didn't you?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? That a country sergeant just turns a blind eye to someone owning an unregistered weapon?
I was just being thorough.
And you?
Oh, I just like watching her be thorough.
Well, look down there. The word's got around about Kerry and Glenn. There's already a little memorial service underway. They were inseparable.
So who shot him?
It's hard to believe anyone would have. The whole town loved them both.
Except for him.
Oh, Royce.
What do you think that's about?
Town drunk, who knows? Maybe he didn't know the Mathesons.
Maybe he didn't like them.
Everything okay?
Royce? Well, he used to have my job. I guess we're all susceptible, huh? Don't mind him.
Can we speak to the daughter?
We're sorry to intrude. Do you have a minute?
That's ridiculous. Glenn was shot in the head. Is this for real? Who by?
That's what we'd like to know.
And wouldn't that have killed him?
Normally, yes, but the projectile missed all the major blood vessels and brain centers. It's unusual, but it happens.
But if the crash killed him, when was he shot?
Years ago, maybe decades, he would have been bleeding quite heavily from the scalp. Do you ever remember him coming home bleeding?
When he was 13, he was climbing the old windmill. One of the bolts had rusted through. He fell and hit his head. I was jealous because Mum kept him home from school for 3 weeks, but you're saying he was shot.
Audrey, did Glenn have any enemies? Ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, people he owed money to? Did he have arguments?
Glenn wasn't interested in girls or boys. Glenn was simple. He was simple before the fall, and he certainly wasn't sharper after. But he was happy. He loved dogs, he loved cake, and he adored Mum. They were inseparable. No one would have wanted to shoot him.
It's quite sad that you miss me so much. This is why I don't have a dog.
I'm calling about Kerry Matheson.
Is that your ute down the front? Did you ever drive Glenn around?
No. Mum insisted on doing that. I guess it made her feel like she was protecting Glenn. Listen, I don't know what else to tell you. Do you know why she died yet? Was it a stroke?
No stroke. Did you know that your mother had advanced breast cancer? It had metastasized into her lungs and liver. One more question. I'm so sorry. Your mother had something else in her lungs. Spores. Plant spores.
Her orchids. Apart from Glenn, they're what she loved most.
Thank you, Audrey. So Kerry Matheson didn't have a stroke, but she did have terminal cancer.
And a mentally impaired son who probably would have been lost without her.
Do you think she hit that tree on purpose?
Murder-suicide. Maybe. Orchids. Apart from Glenn, that's the thing she loved most. Do you think Audrey was jealous of her brother?
Not enough to shoot him in the head. If she did shoot him and didn't kill him, why didn't she finish the job?
Hello?
Robert Quinn's car has come up.
What?
The cops found his car.
How do you know?
I'm staring at it.
I see.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Ah, Quinn's fine.
So, am I walking home?
Well, that's up to you.
Why don't you tell me you'd found Quinn's car?
I'm so sorry. I did not want to keep that from you. Who told you? Not Pavage. Nichols. Oh, you went to see Steph. Of course she'd tell you.
So everyone knew but me. Why?
Everyone thought that if you heard about the car, you'd make it your mission. Everyone thinks you're loyal to Steph.
So, what's everyone thinking?
Well, either Quinn put the car in the dam himself, or someone put it in there for him.
You found the car?
Yeah. And that's why I'm off the case, because I overstepped the mark.
You found the car?
Yeah.
Evening. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Lewison? Jeez, except for that dodgy haircut, you lose a bet, mate.
So nice to see you, Brian.
Yeah.
So what's this, eh? Shakedown?
Oh, I don't do shakedowns, Luke.
No. Hey, I heard about that little episode you had.
I would keep very fucking quiet about that if I were you.
So if this is not a shakedown, what is it?
Robert Quinn. Who had it in for him?
You got a phone book? Why, huh? Is he dead? Shit.
Who owed him the most?
Quinn was shit at picking winners, but he wasn't a fool. He owed a lot of people, but as far as I know, he never owed one person more than a couple of grand. Never enough to break an arm, or let alone top him. Besides, dead men don't pay.
So you're telling me you never ripped big bucks off anyone?
Well, there was this one person, yeah.
It's freezing.
Did I wake you?
Well, you're my hot water bottle, so yeah. What are you looking for?
I just remembered that I have something that belonged to my husband.
Should I go home?
You know I was married.
You know I was married.
Me twice.
Okay, then you win on that one.
My second husband,
The cop.
he really
He hurt me. I don't think people understand how much.
Well, I want to know. If you want to tell me.
Sometime.
But he's gone, right? So then everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry.
We missed the bus. $120.
We'll get another one tomorrow.
What about tonight?
We'll get a room.
We'll run out of money.
We only need enough for another ticket.
Where'd you go?
Where's your sister?
She's down visiting Mum.
Nephew?
Son. Peter.
Where is he?
Melbourne.
With his father.
Aneurysm. Like a bullet in the brain.
Sorry.
It's late.
Fern called. She told me about Quinn's car.
Nichols told me not to tell you.
And you didn't.
How does knowing about Rob's car help you? What can you do? What do you think they're gonna do?
The police, they'll just keep going. They won't stop now until they know whether Robert is alive or dead. And if he's dead, they won't stop until someone's charged.
What should I do?
How do you feel about it?
I'm glad they found it.
Is Fern okay?
I hardly know her anymore, so... Dan, I've got to go.
Slide over.
Saw you yesterday with our lovely senior sergeant. You and your pretty friend. Pegged her as forensic. Not sure about you.
Morgue.
Pathologist. You're a long way from home.
This is that Holly, isn't it? And this is you. You were the sergeant here when Holly went missing. Why didn't you go into the church for Glenn and Carrie yesterday? Everyone loved them. Except you. I found a bullet in Glenn's brain. It had been there a long time. You know who might have shot him?
Like you say, everyone loved them.
Like I say, except you.
I was the cop here when Glenn was a kid. Around that time, there was a string of animals found dead. Mutilated. Cats, sheep, stray dogs.
Did you catch anyone?
No. But it all stopped after Glenn Matheson hit his head at the farm. The thing is, 2 weeks ago, I was in behind the showground. And I found bones. Dog bones. Burned. Another stray got doused with petrol. Just like 20 years ago.
What's that got to do with Holly Ostwald? What happened to her?
I don't know. The person to ask would be her best friend.
I want to know about Holly Ostwald.
Holly was a friend at school, and one day she vanished. Why?
Do you know what happened to her?
No.
Did your mother know, or Glenn? What happened to your neck?
I'm calling the police.
Guess we're both getting pretty good at sneaking out.
I didn't want to wake you.
Wake me. Yeah, I got your message. Audrey Matheson did report a minor accident in her utility 5 weeks ago. What's this about?
Look at this.
It was 20 years ago.
Exactly. Now, look at this. Here is where we found the bullet, and this...
Scar tissue, the route the bullet travelled.
Old scar tissue.
20 years old? And what's that? That's scar tissue too, isn't it?
Yes, recent scar tissue, about a month or two old.
So the bullet moved a month or two ago. And Audrey had a minor bingle in her ute 5 weeks ago. So the bullet shifted and didn't kill him?
No. The bullet is in his frontal lobe, the part of the brain that affects personality. I think when that bullet shifted about a month or two ago, Glenn's personality changed.
Changed how?
Changed back.
Don't let Philly see you working on one of his patients.
Oh, I'm not. You are. Her lungs are over there. I need to know more about those spores.
Can't help you.
You can. I looked up Greg Matheson's records. You arrested him aged 12 for animal cruelty. You never charged him.
Kerry covered for him.
I looked up your records too. You're in charge of the weapons buyback. You let Kerry Matheson keep her 22 when she should have got a license for it. Why?
Why does any idiot break the rules for a woman? I loved her. I let her keep it on one condition.
That she use it.
And there was no accident at the farm, was there? Glenn didn't hit his head. His mother shot him because of the animals and because of Holly. Where is Holly?
The only person who knew for sure was shot in the head. And his memory went with it.
Dr. Harrow, Craig Yellowleaf.
Yes, I can see you, Yellowleaf.
Oh, well, technology. Now, listen, your Dina called about those spores. Congratulations, that's quite a rare find. Speaking of which, hello there, Sergeant Das.
The spores?
Oh, yes. Stropharia aurantiaca, scarlet round head. It's a New Zealand mushroom that's not common here at all.
Well, how would Kerry Matheson have them?
Oh, well, I suppose spores could travel with other rare plants. Lilies, ferns, orchids.
All right, send me an invoice.
Not here. Car's gone. I'm gonna go into town, see if I can find the sergeant. You wait here. See if she comes back. Daniel, just wait here, okay?
Did you know she was here?
Mum always said, don't go in the orchid house. It was her private space. And now I know why. And I knew about Glenn from when we were little. From when I came home from school and found my dead mouse. After that, Mum never left me alone with him. But he would still get out and do bad things. Mum tried to get help for him. I guess she hoped he'd just stop, but he didn't stop. He kept going. And then he saw Holly. I knew when Holly went missing that it was Glenn, but I never knew he killed her on the property. I found Mum one night in the kitchen. She looked so tired. She told me no matter what I heard to stay in bed. I didn't know what she was going to do until the next morning. Everything changed. Glenn changed. The devil became the angel. I guess Mum figured what was the point in having him arrested? She tried to kill him, and in return got this simple, beautiful boy. What was the point in telling anyone?
Holly's family.
We said he hit his head. And everyone fell in love with the new Glenn. Even Mum. But she never left me alone with him again. Until her car broke down a couple of months ago. I offered to pick Glenn up from the bakery, and I had an accident.
And then he changed. And this?
That's when Mum knew she had to finish what she started 20 years ago. I knew about the cancer. I think that made it easier.
She sacrificed herself because she loved her child. Guess there's something laudable in that.
She also hid a murder.
Yeah, well, that is unforgivable. Nevertheless, it's fascinating. Frontal lobe injury resulting in dramatic changes to social behaviour, IQ, sexual interests, but then a second change. You should write a paper.
Publish? No, I think I'll leave publishing.
We'd know for sure.
You're on the case?
Now his car's up. To you and Das, eh? You bloody terriers.
I thought I wasn't supposed to know.
Ah, yeah. Nah. Well, Maxine said you worked it out. Hey, listen, tell me, how much do you think his wedding band was worth?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Steph. Man's wedding band. I'd say no more than $1,000.
Yeah, agreed. Hardly worth the trouble of cutting it off.
You know, that might not be Quinn.
Well, we're diving again. If we find that skull, it'll be a done deal. Oh, I'd best away. Huh. Good work on keeping these. We're gonna nail this one. Nichols.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, g'day, Nick.
You found his phone, eh?
Yeah, and got a warrant for his voicemails. Now, we found a message on Quinn's phone, October the 2nd, which is the day before his car went into the dam. It's from Steph Tolson.
Hi, this is Rob. Sorry I can't talk. Leave a message and I promise I'll call you back.
Fucking asshole. That's it. I warned you. Now when I find you, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Previously on Harrow.
If Quinn is dead, you know that Ryan will find the killer.
That might not be Quinn.
Well, we're diving again. If we find that skull, it'll be a done deal.
The Geneva Institute wants me.
That says to Professor Maxine Pavich. Are you stealing both their identities?
Quinn's phone. We found a message on Quinn's phone. It's from Steph Tolson.
That's it. I warned you. Now when I find you, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Why are you here? What have you found? You know, we always took care of that car.
In the last 10 months, has there been a claim made against it? I don't think we can tell Harrow about this.
It's a conflict of interest. He was married to Quinn's wife.
Quinn's car has come up.
How do you know?
I'm staring at it.
And when are you going to tell me about Quinn's car? Don't you trust me?
Pure academia, but it's an internationally recognised institution. It's great pay and there's Swiss chocolate on tap, and I don't have to listen to you and Fairly fight like cats in a sack.
Fairly's a bit more ferrety.
My dysfunctional forensic family. You were prepared to walk away from us, from all of this.
For my actual family. What about Nichols? Does he know you're thinking about Geneva?
No. Don't you dare say anything.
Pick up, come on. Shit.
Hi, you've reached Maxine Pavich. Leave a message and I'll get back to you.
Yep, Max, hi, it's Brian. Just haven't heard from you the last couple of days and wondering if everything's okay. So, you just give us a buzz. I miss you, sweetheart. Get back to work.
Sarge?
Quinn's car?
Yes, but look at the tires. The ones on the left side are badly worn, at least a couple of years old. But both tires on the right side...
Well, they look brand new. Well, usually 2 new tyres are going on the front or the back, not on one side. OK, let's find out where Quinn got those tyres. Good work.
I didn't hear you get up. What are you looking at?
Sorry, I couldn't sleep.
It's not too late to go back to bed.
You want some tea?
Sure. Listen, I was thinking about that camping trip.
What camping trip?
Exactly. The one we never got to take. How about we head up to the coast on Friday and make a long weekend out of it?
I'd love to, Jesse, but it's not a good time.
What is it? Is it work? Is it Fern? Is it me?
No. I just need to be at home right now, that's all.
Is this for Robert?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know, actually.
You want to talk about it?
No. I'm fine. It's fine.
Okay. I'll probably skip tea and get a jump on the traffic.
Okay.
I'll call you.
What are you doing in here?
What does it look like?
But you haven't done an autopsy in...
7 years. I almost forgot how good she looked in scrubs.
But, you can't... Like, you're not supposed to be in here.
What are you concerned about, Lyle? Are you worried that I might have a change of heart about Geneva?
What? Well, no, of course not. Are you?
Deputy Coroner told me you rang him about my job.
That's not very sporting of you, Lyle.
I mean, why shouldn't I? I have just the right attributes for the position.
Is backstabbing an attribute?
You know, I really don't appreciate the pressure this puts me under, Lyle, and I certainly don't appreciate you going over my head. Until I make a decision, this job is still mine.
If you'd like me to write you a letter of recommendation.
Just out of my way.
Should I ask?
No. What are you doing here anyway? I thought you were heading up the coast for Vivian's birthday.
His name is still David, and I am taking him to a resort for his 30th. We're leaving after lunch.
Oh, good. You can finish up here.
Bye.
Hey, it's me. Fancy getting out of the office? Hi.
Hey, early morning call for you.
Sorry, I felt bad waking you up.
I felt bad waking you alone. Who's the boy?
Reese Weir, 17-year-old Audley High School student and member of the rowing squad. His body was spotted early this morning by a rower. His backpack, clothes and phone were in his car up there. He had a key to let himself into the rowing shed to get his skull, which was found downstream. It appears he's driven himself here to take an early morning row, slipped and hit his head as he was trying to launch. Oh, careful, there's algae. It's pretty slippery.
A single massive fracture to the back of the skull.
Consistent with a fall onto a hard edge?
Looks like it, but...
Feel his face.
Quite cold.
Checked his temperature. Ambient. He's been dead for at least 5 hours.
So the time of death was...
2 a.m. or earlier. I know. Who goes rowing at 2 o'clock in the morning?
All the senior rowers have a key to the shed, but they're not allowed access before 5 a.m.
Is there any reason he would have gone down there that early?
Well, I suspect because of what happened yesterday. State rowing carnival. All the local state and private schools compete. We were defending the title for the 8th year in a row. Unfortunately, Reese lost the single sculls event, mistimed his stroke, and the school lost the title by 6 points.
How did Reese take it?
Did you see his Instagram post from last night?
He was gay.
Yes, came out last year. But his schoolmates and the faculty have been nothing but supportive.
Well, not everyone, it seems.
Who's Luke Chambers?
One of Reese's teammates from the quads. That's him on the far left. Luke's being eyed for a scholarship at the Institute. Very driven kid. I've no doubt yesterday's loss will put his scholarship in jeopardy.
8 years in a row and Reese lost the trophy. He must have felt a bit of pressure.
Not from the school.
What about his family?
You know it's just his father, right?
Yeah, we contacted him in Dubai. He's returning on the next flight out.
Reese lived by himself most of the time, but he was very independent, drove himself around. He was confident, well-liked.
Feeling pretty low, having ruined the school's 8-year winning streak.
So you think Reese went to the river to try to, what, redo the event he lost? At 2 o'clock in the morning?
That's when the demons come, isn't it?
You're kidding me. Is this you? Top of the class. I thought you went to a private school with family.
I did, until I dropped out and came here. Long story. Significant impact trauma visible on the posterior of the head. Breach of the scalp and deep skin lacerations consistent with a fall onto a hard surface. Do you have the CT scan? Significant depressed fracture in the occipital and parietal bones. And there...
Bone fragments.
Being driven into the brain tissue.
Quick loss of consciousness and rapid death from an intracerebral hemorrhage.
So this poor kid blames himself for losing the title, heads out in the early hours to prove to himself that he's not a loser.
Slips on the boat ramp and dies.
Being gay, do you think that added to the pressure?
High school's hard enough without the added bonus of coming out to your friends. Do you want me to swab the wound? Do a full tox?
Yes, then we'll turn the body. Healthy musculature, skin pallor consistent on legs, arms, and abdomen. What does this look like to you?
Scratches.
A cold sore, maybe?
No, Cam. Thank you. Look at the swelling of his tongue and throat. His windpipe is almost completely blocked.
Anaphylaxis?
Maybe. Let's do a histamine test and get a beta tryptase count, and we'll open his stomach and see if we can find what triggered this. I don't get it. Going rowing at 2 a.m. is one thing, but who goes rowing while they're suffering anaphylaxis?
Well, the school nurse is adamant Reese had no allergies, at least none that he told the school about.
But we know that he was exposed to something that triggered an allergic reaction just before he slipped and fell.
How long does it take for anaphylaxis to kick in?
A severe attack? Minutes, seconds even after exposure.
So whatever the allergen was, he must have been exposed to it here.
Is there any food or drink in his car?
No, none in his backpack either.
Can we take a look in the shed? Do they keep any food or drink in here?
Maybe in their lockers.
No food. Water.
Look at this.
Leave who alone?
Reese was gay.
Maybe it was written by a jealous boyfriend or girlfriend.
It doesn't help us solve the allergy. Did you find something?
Reese Weir's bloods have come back. His tryptase and histamine counts are through the roof.
Anaphylaxis.
What about his stomach contents? Any idea what the allergen could have been?
There was no food in his stomach or lower intestine. He hadn't eaten all day. But I did find traces of undigested base proteins in his esophagus.
Such as?
I'm still running the tests. Hey, but get this. His blood alcohol level was 0.02.
So he'd been drinking?
Yeah, 1 or 2 it seems.
Okay, thanks. Think he was drinking alone?
Let's find out.
Well, we all came back to my place after the carnival. Me, Sean, Luke, and Reese.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Mostly to make Reese feel better. He was feeling pretty low after the race. We thought we might cheer him up.
What were you drinking?
Answer the question, please, Ash.
A couple of beers. Vodka.
Did Reese ever have an allergic reaction to anything?
What, like sneezing?
Choking. Shortness of breath.
What did Reese drink?
1 or 2 vodkas, that's it.
And he drove himself home?
Yes, we were all 2. We couldn't drive.
When?
Reese left first, about 1 o'clock.
Did he say where he was going?
No, we thought he was going home.
How did he seem?
Seems pretty happy to me.
Luke, did you write this?
Yeah, look, I was pretty upset too. Okay, it was a mistake. It was stupid. I shouldn't have done it.
We also found this in Reese's locker. Do you know who wrote it?
None of us wrote it.
Ash? Luke?
Wasn't us.
Do you know who it's referring to?
Did Reese have a boyfriend? Boyfriends?
What about you guys?
No. I have a girlfriend. We all have girlfriends. What's this got to do with how he died? Are we done?
Yeah. Not quite the tight crew I expected.
No. But it doesn't bring us any closer to knowing what triggered his anaphylaxis.
I have to go and lodge some paperwork. Call me.
Need a hand?
Not from you.
What was that about?
None of your business.
You still angry about Reese losing that race?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've worked really hard for the scholarship to the Institute. I can't repeat again. I'm sorry that Reese is dead, but him losing that race means that I'm probably not going to get in.
Harrow. Have you, spoken to Maxine since this morning about, Geneva?
No. But what you said has given me a chance to reflect. And I thought if the job's good enough for Fairley, perhaps I should give it a shot.
What? No, absolutely not. You are not management material.
Says who?
Says me. You disregard protocols. You have nothing but contempt for your colleagues. Your office is a mess. And do you even know what a razor looks like? I suggest that you leave this one alone, Harrow. If anyone's getting that head job, it's me. That's not what it sounded like.
Again, should I ask?
Again? No.
Lab results are in. We found a mystery protein.
Semen?
Reese had seminal plasma hypersensitivity. He was allergic to semen.
But not all semen, just the prostate antigens of one particular male.
So, he was giving oral sex.
Moments later, started choking.
As if it happened that fast.
The person he was with would still be around. Those semen traces you recovered, do you think there's viable DNA?
If there is, I can get it. What are you going to do?
Thanks for coming in. We'll let you know if we need anything further. Julian, Sean, come on through.
Come on. Hi.
We're asking all the boys who were with Reese the night he died to provide a saliva swab for DNA testing.
Why?
Reese had sexual contact with a male just before he died.
You're suggesting that could have been my son?
No.
My boy isn't gay.
It's okay, Dad. I'm happy to do it.
No, you're not. That dead boy, Reese, he was gay and everyone knew it. They also knew he lived alone. He was unsupervised, he had a car, he could have gone to a club, to a boyfriend's house, to God knows where. So why are you picking on my son and maligning his reputation?
Maligning now?
I know how the world works. You start suggesting that he is anything like that, you start slandering him.
Someone's sexuality is slander.
Doors will close on him, and I won't let that happen.
Your son said he was happy to provide a sample.
Well, I'm saying he's not.
Okay, well, we're left with no choice but to seek a court order.
Fine. Get it. See how you go. Sean.
Robert Quinn. Did you know him?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Hey. Have another look. 99, blue Commodore.
Sorry?
No, see, that's funny, Leo, because I have a receipt here for 2 tyres sold by you to Robert Quinn 11 months ago. Now, unless you want to be charged with obstruction of justice, I suggest you stop pulling my middle leg. All right, take Mr. Little down to headquarters.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, I do remember Quinn and his blue Commodore.
You fitted 2 tyres to?
Yeah.
On the same side of the car? Why?
Someone hacked into the sidewall with a screwdriver.
Hey, don't go away, Leo. Nichols. A skull? When? Is it on its way to Turbot Street?
But why should I do it?
Because I am telling you to.
But it's Harrow's case. You know, he should identify the skull. You gave it to him.
And now I'm giving it to you.
That's fine.
And do me a favour. Don't mention this to Harrow.
Why? What's this about, Maxine?
Shit!
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Who the hell are you? I've told you 1,000 times that it's Robert's debt, not mine!
Soraya Das?
Soraya, hi, it's Stephanie Tolson.
I'm used to having debt collectors knock on the door at all hours, but these guys... Am I under surveillance?
What?
I don't know.
We still haven't identified the bones we found in the river as your husband, so no.
It's just I thought, with his car coming up and it looking like Robert was murdered.
Is there any reason the police might suspect you were involved?
No. No. They probably were just debt collectors. I'm sorry. What one?
Technically, I'm still on duty.
Tea?
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry about the mess. I'm just sorting through stuff that I don't wear anymore.
This is Robert Quinn's. Where did you get this? You said you didn't have any of his stuff.
Steph, you need to tell Nichols about this. This is important.
Why?
Why would you not tell us that you had this?
Because it's not your business.
Why didn't you tell me you had her under surveillance? You don't put someone under surveillance without a good reason, Brian. You found something, haven't you? What is it? What? What's going on?
Saroya, that's why we brought you in here, okay? We figured you need to know. Stephanie Tolson is now a person of interest in the disappearance of Robert Quinn.
Steph?
Okay, Quinn's phone. We found it in his car and we've accessed his voicemails. Saroya, this day's in this room.
Yeah.
This was left on Quinn's voicemail the day before his car went into the dam.
Fucking asshole. That's it. I warned you. Now when I find you, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Now, Quinn was insured for $500,000. Payout like that would have covered her debts nicely. We've also discovered that 2 of Quinn's car tyres were slashed less than a week before the car went into the dam. Pretty angry gesture. Now, we know you went and saw Steph. Did she say or do anything to make you think she was involved in Quinn's disappearance?
Sergeant?
She's got Quinn's wedding ring. It's in the house. I read the inscription.
Well, thank you, Saroya.
Wait, I know the skeleton we found had a ring finger cut, but we still don't know if the bones are Quinn's.
Our divers found a skull in the river. Turbot Street's confirmed it's Robert Quinn. He was murdered. And Steph Tolson's looking pretty good for it.
Not a good time.
Yeah, well, it's not great news.
Oh, good. I could use some cheering up.
Julian Polson's lawyer just rang.
Let me guess.
He's appealing our request for his son's DNA sample.
Yeah, and it gets worse. Now all the boys are refusing to give samples.
All of them?
Uh-huh. So we're going to have to take this all the way to the Supreme Court, which means it's going to be a few weeks before we can rule any of those rowing squad boys in or out.
Okay. Look, I've got to go.
Daniel? Just don't do anything stupid, okay?
Did you tell the other boys not to give their DNA?
You shouldn't be here.
Did you?
No.
Then why have they changed their minds? Why have you changed yours? Is he your father?
No.
What's going on, Sean?
Let go of the door.
You don't need your father's permission to give a DNA sample. You can go to the police yourself.
Let go.
I just want to find out what happened to Reese.
He hit his head, you said so yourself.
Yes. But I know that someone else was with him when he died. And I want to find out who that was. I thought he was your friend.
He was.
Then surely you'd want to know what happened.
No, I don't want to know.
Hi. Fern. Don't go. It's fine. Hi. I'm Saroya.
I know who you are. You're the cop that found Robert's car.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something, Fern? Your mum and Robert, were things okay between them towards the end?
What do you mean?
Did they ever argue, or how bad did it get?
I wasn't at home. I wouldn't know.
Fern, do you know if things ever got physical between them?
You think my mum killed Robert?
No, Fern. You don't have to go.
Hello?
You have to check in on Mum.
The cops think she killed Robert.
What? Why? What's going on? Fern? Where's Nichols? Is he inside? Is Nichols in there? I need to know what's going on.
My ex-wife is in there.
Sir.
I want to see her. If you don't leave the property, we'll have no choice but to detain you.
I don't think you should answer that.
Sawyer Dass told you, didn't she?
Why didn't you tell us?
Because it's nobody's bloody business.
Where did you get it, Steph?
What do you think? From Robert?
When? How? And come on, Steph, we can do this down at the station if you want.
I found it in my letterbox.
Okay, when?
I don't remember.
Did you see you put it there?
No, but who else would have put it there?
Can you give me a date?
No, because I didn't diarise it, Brian.
Steph, where were you on the 3rd of October last year? That was a Tuesday night.
Why?
Just answer the question.
I don't remember.
Did you ever damage the tyres on Robert's car?
No.
Did you ever have cause to threaten him?
Christ, did I threaten him? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
Steph, you're gonna have to give me something.
Why are you going to arrest me for murder? You know what Robert put me through. You know what he was... Brian, I did not slash his tyres. I did not steal his ring. I did not put him in the river. I did not kill him.
Steph, what happened? Where are you?
At home.
Why were the police searching your house?
I think you should ask your girlfriend. Hey.
What did you tell them?
What?
The cops raided Steph's house. She said it was on your recommendation.
Daniel...
What did you tell them?
She had Robert Quinn's wedding ring at her house.
And what? That makes her a criminal. I thought you liked her.
I do. I do like her.
I think you'd better go.
You okay?
I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
Why are you here at work? You should be with David.
I pushed through the DNA samples on the seminal fluid we found.
And? You pulled an all-nighter to get these markers. I should have told you. All the boys have refused to give samples. Sorry.
Are you kidding? Why the change of heart?
I think Sean Paulson's father talked them out of it.
All right, so where do we go from here?
Is this from Police Scientific?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing unusual on Reese's clothes. It's just algae, dirt, and salt water from the river.
Huh.
What?
We have the results of Reese's head wound.
Yeah.
There's no traces of algae in his skull tissue.
Right, so...
The ramp was covered in the stuff. It was all over his clothes, but none in his wound. Let's shave his head and get a cast made of the back of his skull.
Watch your step. Algae. Is this where he hit his head?
This is where the police think. Have you got the cast?
Yeah.
This isn't the edge that fractured his skull. It doesn't match, look. This isn't where he fell.
So if he didn't hit his head here, then where? It's a match.
What are you doing? You need to leave. Reese was here the other night, wasn't he? After the party. You said he left early, but you did too, right?
That's just right.
And he drove you home.
Was he your boyfriend?
Or was it your first time? He gave you oral sex. And then Reese began to choke. Reese didn't hit his head on that boat ramp. It happened here, didn't it? The grass was wet yesterday. Someone had washed away his blood. Look, you don't have to lie anymore. If it was an accident, it's not too late to admit it. So please, Sean, tell me. How did Reese fall? Did he trip?
Get back inside. And you get off my property or I'll call the police.
I think you should.
Inside, Sean, now.
No.
Get inside.
No.
You knew, didn't you? Because you called them together.
Inside, Sean, now.
It's too late, Dad. They know.
They don't know anything.
They need to.
Shut up!
Get right. Dad caught us. He was so angry. He just pushed him.
I told you to leave the place.
He was dying, and we could have saved him. We could have called an ambulance. But you made us stand there and just watch him die.
He's lying. He's very upset.
Then you made me go with you to the rowing shed.
Sean, come on!
We dumped his body.
Hurry up! Get in the back seat and get his leg.
I wanted to tell you the other day, but you still wouldn't let the truth come out.
Because it's not true. Okay, that other boy was gay, but you're not.
I am.
You're not.
Dad.
This is his fault. Okay, I warned him to stay away from you. I told him not to go anywhere near you.
You wrote that note.
Hey, don't just touch it. Let him go.
ابني يا ابني افتكرت إذا أنا بخدك كيف أنت العالم بخدك مثل ما هي.
You had trouble at school too, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know what? I always thought a kid like Reese would have had it easier than I did. I guess the world hasn't changed as much as we'd like to think it has.
Look, Julian deserved what he got today. But you don't want to turn out like me.
No, I don't. But I'm not going to stop caring.
I want you to take the night off. Take Gregory and drive up the coast with David.
You're giving me the Fiat.
I'm loaning you the Fiat. Oh, go on, quick, before I change my mind.
Hey, you know, this is a really great incentive for me to get my manual license.
What? Wait! Simon!
Steph. Steph?
Please don't touch me.
Steph, look, I know that you're not very happy with me right now. But if there is anything that you're keeping from the police, anything at all, you have to tell them. Steph, they think you did it. They think you killed Robert. They're looking for anything to pin this on you, and they're finding it. Look, if there's anything you're not telling us, now's the time.
Steph, what can I do for you?
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, take a seat.
What night was this?
3rd of October last year.
Same night Quinn's car was driven into the dam.
Yeah. Steph admitted herself into hospital at 2 p.m. that afternoon and wasn't discharged till later the following day.
Did she say what she was in for?
She said she fell down the stairs. Hospital confirmed a fractured rib.
So, she didn't drive Quinn's car into the dam.
No. But that means we are back to square one.
Steph has an alibi for the night Quinn went missing. Turns out she was in hospital.
For what?
Fractured rib. She's no longer a suspect. I just thought you should know.
What about the ring?
The divers found a skull. It's Quinn's.
That's you who did that. You found his car. You found his phone. You forced him to dive more. That was all you. Sorry.
Oh.
Yep.
Right, I just wanted to speak to Max about...
Oh, no, I get it. Geneva, your secret is safe with me.
Right, yeah. Tremendous.
Why are we up here?
Well, it's just a little bit more private.
It's gonna rain. What? What is so important?
Geneva?
Who told you? Was it Lyle? I'm gonna throttle him.
Why didn't you tell me, Max?
Because I haven't made a decision yet.
What, and you didn't think you should discuss it with
Well,
me?
I didn't want to complicate things.
All right, well, that worked out well. So, what are you thinking? Are you going to take it?
I told you. I don't know.
I don't want you to go.
Brian.
No, and I've been thinking. And this might seem a bit sudden, but I reckon we should get married.
married.